Good morning, YouTube. Welcome to the Reptile Barn. As promised, we have an update on our two absolutely gorgeous little sailfin dragons. For those of you who haven't followed the channel before, these are Philippine Sailfin dragons. So it's Hydrosaurus pustulatus. We do not know the genders, but these two little spazoids are perfect. We just want to talk a little bit about them, how we take care of them, and let those of you who are on the waiting list know that they'll be ready soon. So, what do we got here? What's your daily routine?
So, for right now, all we're doing here is, because these are just a few days out of the egg, we want to get them used to us handling them so that when they're nippy, it's when they're small, because it would hurt a lot more when they were bigger. And it really only takes them a few days to a week to calm down to the point where they don't try to go after us at all. They get used to handling sessions really quick.
So, one thing I'm noting, obviously you've worked with them a ton more than I have, but they seem so much more comfortable in the water.
Oh, yeah.
They seem like they feel safer, I mean.
Yeah.
They're obviously very, very adept on the ground, too. But when they're in the water like that, they just sit there.
Yeah, I don't think they realize how shallow it is. They probably think they're hiding from us right now.
Yeah. But they're incredible swimmers. Like, when he kind of fell off your hand and he wanted to swim away again, he just, like, curls up and... Let me see if I can get him to
They're trying
swim.
to be motionless right now to hide, I think, but let's see if I can get this guy to swim around a little. There we go.
Oh, it's so cool. I love that. I caught the tail end of it. Sorry. I was, like, looking at my hand and trying to watch the... But I did catch some of that, yeah. I just love watching them swim. It's so cool. Anyway, for those of you who are wondering, like, why do you pull them out, put them in this big empty tub of water and scare them? This is, I'm sure, mildly stressful for them. I'm sure they're scared. I'm sure they're stressed. However, like Caleb was saying, a few days to a few weeks of this, and they become just trusting. And then this doesn't scare them anymore. So when you need to maintain their cage, when you need to feed them, change their water.
That's what I was going to say. It's that versus a lifetime of being slightly stressed every time you have to interact with them.
Yeah, so getting them used to touch, getting them used to being picked up, getting them used to our hands, the feel of just human skin, knowing that we're not going to hurt them. These couple of days of stress and fear will just completely change their life. And we try and talk to every single customer who ever buys one of these about this, that we do fairly invasive touch like this to desensitize them and socialize them, and we encourage buyers to do it as well. You know, we can't make a lifetime of progress with these guys in the month or two that we have them. We can set a good foundation, but we want customers who are comfortable, at least, to continue this, so that when they have an adult that could probably break your finger with a bad bite, it doesn't bite because it trusts them, you know, and it's very quick. When we first pulled these out, I should have filmed that. I was gonna say how jumpy they were at the beginning.
They're already not really mouth flaring, or at least not as much.
Yeah, so I really, really am a proponent of this. So is Caleb. That it's worth it. And I do not think of it as cruelty. We're not hurting them in any way. We're not grabbing them and squeezing. We're not, constricting them like that. I just think this is better. And it's certainly just getting them out into a soak like this regularly is good for their hydration at the very least. And the swimming motion helps strengthen their muscles. I don't think this is bad. And I can't wait till we get a bigger clutch to hatch, and we've got 5 or 6 of them down there swimming in the water. But so right now, what are they eating?
Right now they're almost exclusively eating insects.
Okay.
I put tiny, tiny little bits of salad in there, mostly just to keep the insects alive if they don't eat them right away. Ours get the smallest size of nymph dubia roaches, but there's plenty of anything I mean, you can see how small their mouths are. So keep that in mind with if you get them at this size,
Right.
what you're feeding them. But anything that's small enough, they'll probably
Yeah,
go for.
that's a good thing to point out. You know, we also keep monitors, and they are almost snake-like in that they can take down huge pieces of food, and they're fine.
Right.
You know, they just engulf it in their face and swallow it down. These guys would choke, so they need to eat little pieces that fit in their little mouths. Do you dust their food at all?
I do, especially when they're growing. Our main concern with dusting is. Oh, there's our.
Oh, we
grow-out
should
back
probably
here. Yeah, we can pull him out.
pull him out too after we put these guys back.
But the newborns, the young juveniles, and the pregnant, breeding females need more dusting more often than everything else. We dust all of them, but we got to pay special attention to these guys. They just grow so fast, and those females that are, building eggs constantly too. So
Right. What do you dust with?
we dust with calcium D3 supplement, and then slightly less often a multivitamin.
Okay. A reptile multivitamin.
Yeah.
Awesome. I can't believe how strong they are now. When
I
they first
know,
hatched, they could move for about 20 seconds and then they would rest
And these guys got a little dry in the incubator,
Right.
and so they didn't absorb all their yolk. We were a little worried about them, but they're doing great now.
Awesome. Oh, they look so good. They're so pretty. This one seems brighter than this one every time I see them. Is it just... I know they
do
change a
have
lot.
differences in their pattern, for sure.
There's more yellow in that
mean,
one and more
they're not
green in
going to
this
stay
one.
the same as
Right,
when they
right.
grow up, but they are definitely unique to the individual. At some point, it would be nice to, if we ever got enough of these, to start line breeding them for
color.
color and.
Yeah. I love that. they're like frogs. It's just so cool. The huge feet. Yeah, so I'm gonna pause the video. Why don't we put them back and pull out our holdback
Sounds
that
good.
we're 99. I mean, it's a male. We know it's a male
At this point,
right?
with the
Yeah.
colors that he's got.
Yeah. All right, so I'll pause this.